Hi, Cyber Warriors. Welcome back. Today we are diving into an advanced red teaming skill, setting up a command and control C2 server using Covenant. If you are into ethical hacking, penetration testing, red team tactics, this video is for you. So by the end of this video, we are going to install Covenant C2 on Linux, create a listener, and then we'll generate a payload, and then we'll execute it on a target system, and also interact with compromised system like a pro. This is a disclaimer. This video is for educational purpose only. Do not use C2 frameworks on system you do not own or have permission to test. So first thing, I'm going to explain why we have to run this command for Covenant C2 setup. So I will break down step by step why we need to run certain command before installing and running the Covenant C2 framework. So by the end of this video, you would understand why we have to do that. So let's bring up our terminal. That's the Kelly terminal. Let's zoom it so you can see. So by the end of this, you would understand why we have to update the system. So we're going to update the system before installation or before installing any software. Why we need to install Git for version control. Why Covenant requires .NET core and how to install it properly. So this is what we're going to do. So let's dive in. So first thing that we need to do is to run so we have to update the system. Okay, so let's do that. Update. Okay, so what we're doing is that we're updating and upgrade at the same time. Forgot to add this. Let's go with. So once you've done that, it's going to ask you for your password. So enter your Kelly password. Okay, so that is done. So we have run our, we've updated the system. So now let me explain, let's go back and then I'll explain why this command. So now with this command, why do we have to run this command? So the sudo app update, this refresh the list of available packages that from the repositories. Now, this also ensures that when we install a software, we are getting the latest and the most secure version. So it's very important that we do that. Now, when we look at the second command, because don't forget that we did run two commands same on one line, so update and then upgrade. So now, why the sudo app upgrade -y? Now this upgrade install package to their latest version, and then the -y flag automatically confirms installations. on, so you don't have to have a manually or all the time press Y all the time or every time. So that's the reason for that. So that's the explanation for that and why we did that. So now let's move on. Now just think of it with this upgrade, just think of it like updating your phone app store before installing a new apps. So why do you have to do that? It ensures that we have the latest software with security fix and bugs that for improvement. So basically that's what it is. So like I've said, now this step two, the second step that we are going to look at is we are going to install, that's installing Git, right? So let's do that and then I will explain why we have to install Git. So to do that, we still go sudo do -1. Okay, so let's look at, so sudo, so install. Okay, there you go. All right, so so that's the installation. All right, so we have installed that. Now Git is the Git is a version control system that allows us to download, manage, and update code repositories. So that's what it does. So Covenant is hosted on GitHub. So we need to get to clone the repository. So that's what we've done. So we are going to go into that so that we know how to do that. Now, without Git, we cannot download Covenant source code. So it's like trying to download a game from Steam without having the Steam client installer. So this is very important. So the next step, which is step 3, we are going to, that's installing the .NET Core SDK. So let's do that and I will explain why we have to do that, why we have to install that. So straight away we go. Okay, and then so that's done, and then we go. Okay. All right, so now we've got our .NET. So .NET install. So that .NET Core SDK with version 3.1.426 is already installed. So I've already installed it, but that is the command to do that. So now, why do we have to run this command? Okay, so the this wget and then the command here. So what it does is that this downloads the official .NET Core SDK installation script. Okay. Now the Covenant is written in C language, right? And it requires the .NET Core runtime to work. Now, why this command? Why do we have to write chmod plus x .NET dash install dash sh? Now, this makes the script executable, allowing us to run it. So without this step, Linux might block us from running the script. So that's why we have to do that. Okay. Now, we also went on to run this command, which is, so with this command, this install the .NET Core version 3.1, which is required for Covenant. Okay, so some Linux distributions don't include .NET, right? So they don't include .NET Core by default. So we install it manually. So think of .NET Core as the engine that runs Covenant. Okay, so without it, the program won't start. Just like a game without, just like a game will run without the DirectX or the Unity installer or installed. So that is something that you always have to take note of when you are installing, you are doing this installation. So the process that we've done here is that we have updated the system to get the latest software. We also installed the Git to download the Covenant from GitHub. All right. We installed .NET Core so Covenant can run properly. So now that we have everything set up, we are ready to download and run Covenant. So in the next video, I will show you how to set up your first C2 server and deploy payloads.